Good morning, everyone. My name is Alex Meacham. I'm the president of Shining Stars Sports in Cincinnati, Ohio. The year is 1984. Michael Jordan is drafted to the Chicago Bulls. In 1984, a young man from Champaign, Illinois, commits to play basketball for the University of Cincinnati. His name is Roger McClendon. Also in 1984, an aspiring basketball player, an 8-year-old kid, me, Alex Meacham, parents built a basketball court in the backyard. So I used to go to the basketball court every day. I'd lace up my Air Jordan sneakers, stick my tongue out, spread my legs, and shoot jump shots. I wanted to be just like Michael Jordan. Then my father said, "Hey, I want to take you to a Bearcat basketball game." So we go to a Cincinnati Bearcat basketball game. And I see this guy on the court, number 21, Roger McClendon. And it was then I wanted to be like Roger McClendon. So I'd go to the backyard. I'd start shooting every day. My goal was to play basketball for the University of Cincinnati, just like Roger McClendon. Fast forward, Roger McClendon finishes his career at the University of Cincinnati as the number 6 all-time leading scorer in the history of Bearcat basketball. Let me tell you how cool that is. Oscar Robertson, who's considered one of the greatest players of all time, played for the Cincinnati Bearcats. And Roger is considered one of the greatest, just like Oscar. Now, the cool part of the story, I got 2 cool parts of the story. I used to practice to be like Roger. Well, in 1997, I made it to play basketball for the Cincinnati Bearcats, just like Roger McClendon. But here's the beauty of the story. After Roger finished playing, and by the way, he was an engineer while he was playing basketball, one of the few athletes in the history of Cincinnati Bearcat sports to do both. He went on to do great things in the community and is doing great things in the community. CSO of Yum Brand, and most importantly, he's an amazing father. And if sometimes if you judge people, you judge them on how their children are. His children are doing amazing things. He's an amazing father. And the ball has stopped bouncing. We're no longer on the basketball court, and I still want to be like Roger McClendon. And like so many people in the past, I'm going to take the basketball and I'm going to pass it off to Roger McClendon, and he's going to score. I'm honored to introduce my friend, my idol, the executive director of Green Sports Alliance, Roger McClendon.
I kind of feel like, if you can hear me, Scott Jenkins. I'm and this is the thing. So I got to pour my heart out, and you got to know more about me. So I'm really a private individual. I don't like to share my story. And the reason Alex is here, and he's a humble person too, is because he's been working with youth in AAU basketball for over 25 years. He's touched thousands and thousands of young men who've grown up, and through his leadership, not just through the game of basketball, but through his leadership about life, have become successful. I've gone on to colleges. I've gone on to play at collegiate level, Division I, II, and III. And the parents of those children love Alex because of what he's done for them. So it was an honor to have Alex here because he represents the youth and youth development, which is part of what I care about. And it's an honor that you introduced me, so thank you. So now you know too much about me. And when he passed me the ball, he doesn't get it back, right? Because I am going to score with it, so it's not going back to him. So hopefully you have enjoyed yesterday. It was inspiring to me, and I've been a part of the program, but I was inspired. I've been inspired by the words of many individuals yesterday, and I better go to my notes because I see Lynn over there looking at that time clock. So first thing I need to do is thank Oakview Group for creating this beautiful opportunity along with others that we're enjoying right now, with the vision of really being a sustainability leader in the sports of space, but beyond. And when you think about being successful, it depends on the people you put around you, that you allow to be part of your team. And you don't accomplish anything alone, and so it's been a strong team that we've seen here. Part of that team with the Oakview Group as the title sponsor for us has been Climate Pledge Arena. And the folks and the individuals that are here today supporting this event. Within that group has been Mari, Rob, and then we heard yesterday from Chef Molly and Delaware North in that group. And Chef Molly really made a declaration. She brought her young child up on stage and said, the reason I do what I do, the hard work of local sourcing and providing the great food that we're experiencing today and making sure that it minimizes the impact of delivering something as genuine as feeding people and having that servitude, but doing it in a way that's meaningful. And she brought her daughter up here and she said, the reason I'm doing this is because of the next generation. And we see ourselves as playing, when we think about sports, for the next generation. About dedicating the sacrifice that we need today in order that there is a better tomorrow for the next generation. And that really means a lot to me. So part of what I want to do today is have gratitude and share gratitude for all of you giving your most valuable asset, which is your time, to be here to talk about some serious challenges we have, but with the optimistic and hope and I think the inspiration of what sports brings that we can accomplish. Together and collectively, we can accomplish and succeed. And what does that mean? What does that really mean? It means leadership. It has to start with leadership. And if I'm looking out in the audience, and I know we don't have everyone here, it was a late night for some, but the folks that are here, it's about your individual leadership. It's about our own individual leadership and what we do and the power we have and the roles that we have, the privilege that we've been given in this country specifically, and the power we have to use that for good. And we have to make a living, we have to feed our families. And this is a nonprofit that you're talking about. The Green Sports Alliance is a nonprofit, right? And the people that are on our staff that do the work that we do is in the culture that we've created, which is number 2, is culture. The culture that has been created within the Green Sports Alliance is because we care. It's because we care. It's because it's important to us. And then I think the lifting opportunity with the optimism is the power of the and. The power of the and is we care and we can feed our families and we can create a business model together that creates value that's good for the next generation and for our communities. Sport is leisure. Entertainment and going to concerts, that's not a necessity. That's a privilege, right? So I'm up here, I'm not up here to preach, I'm up here to just share my heart with you right now, because I think where we are and where we're standing is monumental. It's a beacon to the world of what's possible through the lens of sports. Now, but it doesn't stop just within the walls in the rink and maybe, hopefully, the court where we know the women play, but maybe the men someday, right? Can I get an amen for that? For the folks that live here? I know we used to have a team, but what I want to say is it doesn't stop within the walls of this rink. Climate Pledge is significant because of what it stands for, but it doesn't stop within the bounds of the lines of the field. You are a part of the community. That's what we talked about by starting with environmental justice, environmental and social impact. Without the community, nobody comes here. Without the people, there is no sport. Without the youth, there is no game. there's no meaning, there's no purpose. So we have to get back to the human side of what we're talking about. We had a lot of fancy ESG and all these conversations, but at the bottom and the end of the day, it's about the human rights of everyone. So I'm here, I'm proud to be here, I'm honored to be here. I thank all of you, our sponsors that are here, for taking the time, investing the dollars, investing your energy, sharing your knowledge. For everyone here who's been on the stage, our presenters, our moderators, and the people that have come here to share their vulnerabilities. We're not all at the same place. And we're not going to judge you. As the Green Sports Alliance, you can trust us. We're not here to judge you. You can trust that we're trying to help in the best way we can and share your success and share your stories with others to get them inspired through the sports and the success through recognition, through honest feedback, authentic communication about how we all win together. And as we heard from Eileen, our champion, our new board chair, winning slowly is failing. I know that's not her quote. She's a good researcher, so she got better than I. But it's a powerful quote. So there's a sense of urgency. When we talk about intention, action, and impact, it's not just any action to get the impact that we want. We know what we want. We want clean water, we want clean air, we want rights for women, for all. We want equity and justice. This is what this country was built on. Oh, I'm almost out of time. I better keep going. Lynn, don't fire me. Okay, so I'll get back to what I'm supposed to do here. The Green Sports Alliance family believes in collaboration and sharing best-in-class ideas, successes, challenges, and solutions among the convening partners. We do believe in collaboration. We're pleased to be working closely with collaborating partners like the Global Sport Institute at Arizona State University. And Jeff, are you here this morning? I don't want to call you out. You'll hear from him later about that collaboration. It's really important. I'd like to give a shout out to Lou, if you're out there. Now, there's two Lou's out there. The one I'm talking about is a concept that we call Resolve to Zero. And it's about the rights of the employee and workers around how that interaction happens. And that's something we're working on. And so it's not just about, like I said, changing light bulbs in the environmental side. It's about the social impact side. So we need metrics, we need solutions and innovation that helps with that interaction. And so we're going to be developing that with them and bringing it back to you once we have it more proven out in the sports industry and have some folks to uptake that. So I wanted to give you that shout out so you guys are aware. The playbooks that were launched are amazing. Now, I have to be critical of myself as a leader. It usually takes us about 3 years to do a playbook. When I started COVID, no excuse. But three playbooks that we have, but the two that were recently launched on building for the next generation and the water playbook were done probably within a span of 4 months. And it's not just our team, it was the collaborative effort of the knowledge holders that are here in this room, and we'll give acknowledgement to them later that pulled that off. And thank you, Jason, thank you, Dune, thank all the people from our board. And I want our board to stand up. Please stand up so you guys can be recognized. Thank you. So this board is not paid board. These board members are donating their time, and I do appreciate it. And it's an engaged board that believe in it and believe in this vision. So I also want to thank Michael Kraus for delivering the results and putting countless hours to bring those tools to life. We heard from Radhika Fox. We had her come in and spend time out of her busy schedule to say how important water is and the rights for everyone to have clean and safe water and access to water, which we don't have in this country, unbelievably. We heard from Governor Inslee and our mayor, and they spent their time to come back and talk about how important that is. So we have to give our kudos to the Seattle Sports Commission and Mara for being a part of the team to deliver that. Is Mara here? She's working. So I just wanted to make sure I give out my recognition. Now, I'm holding back from an unbelievable story here of when we first started and how we got started. And through the power of collaboration and the trust in the vision, the EPA region, I want to make sure I get this right, Region 10 was a part of that launch with the Green Sports Alliance over 12 years ago. And it was the belief in that vision that sports has the power to change and influence that people bought into. And it wasn't very many people. And now we have over 300. I think we started out with 6 members, Scott, if I'm not mistaken. And it's grown, I think, over 300 plus. And we have a global footprint. You saw the team for Japan here. We feel good about that, meaning the world sees this as important. The sports leader sees this important. I look out in the room and I know we have to push uphill sometimes, but I'm encouraged. I'm so pumped up, and I try to hold my emotions. So you did this, Alex. You made me get off the track, but I have to speak to the people, right? So now it's my honor to introduce our guest speaker this morning.